All right, hello. So I decided to make an attempt at a YouTube video. So I'm kind of new at this, and I think it's actually kind of cool that we can do this for this final assignment, this reflection assignment. So here I go. So being asked to reflect on the failures and successes of the people and the cultures we have studied, and to apply what we learned to our society today. How can our society today learn from the lives and the people of the past so that we can take what was good and learn from what wasn't and be a stronger, better society because of it? So, interesting enough, I'm a pretty objective person, and it kind of makes sense when you think about things in a scientific perspective. So starting off, as far as this class is concerned, you start off in a crescent circle, and you kind of start slowly moving west, and then we basically kind of jump over across the pond, so to speak, the Atlantic Ocean. We talk about the Native Americans, pretty much anything from Mexico south down to the Incas in Peru. It's interesting how during that time frame, a lot of these people had so much in common. Now, it's crazy to kind of wrap your mind around it. I do think that there's a lot to be learned from these ancient civilizations in antiquity, especially during the Greek and Roman times. I think that they lived through a time where I think that the human brain, so to speak, I think we were definitely going through our own personal human renaissance. I think that they were questioning just about everything. The whole idea of deities and polytheism, it kind of like eventually started to die out. I think as people, obviously when Christianity kind of came into the picture too, and I think a lot of that it has to do with philosophizing, and I think especially with the great Greek philosophers of the time. They started questioning a lot of things. I think we've learned a lot from it. I think that you kind of start thinking about like human sacrifice and stuff like that. Obviously that kind of those behaviors, they started dying out a long time ago. Yeah, again, it's such a tough topic to really kind of wrap your head around, because it's so much information, and it's information overload. It's kind of like drinking water from a fire hose. But I think that what we can absolutely take from them is basically the do's and don'ts. A perfect example that kind of comes to mind is the Roman culture. I think that we definitely shouldn't have empires. I think that the idea of one man, kind of creating a culture, a world, or a country, or states, making as their own under their idea. And I don't think that's a good idea. It's not a good idea at all, especially people with major psychological problems. I think they should be vetted a little bit better. AKA your Caligula's. But I think that with those insane, crazy times that pretty much happened approximately a couple millennia ago, I think that we learned a lot as far as in the prospect of creating a civilization with some of the crazy stuff that did happen. I think that the leaders of that time, they also understood that in order for you to rule a country, to rule an empire, regardless of how crazy, psychologically insane you may or may not be, there is an appeasement to the people. And I think they knew that in order for them to secure their power and remain in power, they have to appease the people in some way and somewhat. And I think that has a lot to do with, again, like the Romans, the ancient aqueducts, and the amphitheaters that were built to entertain people. And I think we learned a lot from that. We learned a lot that it takes a lot. It takes a lot to maintain a population, obviously with agriculture, maintaining a religious stability, a way of life where people can prosper, and then not to mention water, again, saying the aqueducts. As far as our society, I think that it's a little bit different now. I think that we are not in this position where we're trying to really kind of use our brains to figure out why this is like this is like that. I think science has really it pushed us, way past the fringes of an edge, so to speak, of what's possible. And I think that science has made it very clear. It helped us. I think science has helped us philosophize things a little bit more, and I think it kind of encapsulated us a little bit, science and philosophy. But going back to the question, what I think we've learned, today's, I think, is that I think we should probably philosophize, a little bit more. Even though we know the answers to a lot of questions, I think we should ponder a little bit more, basically, so we're not kind of going too far advanced, not going too far ahead, and not necessarily putting the carriage in front of the horse, just so, because population is great, and population grows because of wealth, and population grows because of technology and the ability to feed the masses. But at the same time, I think the growth should be at a steady pace and not too fast, so everyone can kind of have a bit of an equal playing ground. And I think that taking a little bit of that ancient philosophy and those kinds of manners, I think it'll help us be stronger. It'll help us be a little better. And that's kind of like what I think. And I know I'm getting a little bit long-winded now, and I feel like didn't necessarily prepare to do this video quite often, but I just want to give a little bit of perspective, is that I think that the ancient civilizations, they definitely were hindered by, obviously, science and technology and advancement of that, but I think their philosophy really propelled them to really have a better understanding of the earth, of the planet that they live in. And I think the philosophy has really it set the tone for what a civilization should be and for what leaders should be. And I think even they themselves in antiquity learned a lot from their mistakes and moving on. However, even though their civilizations did die out, but it was replaced with much better civilizations. Obviously, we have to be very thankful of them for their ideas, their technology, and their rudimentary sense of what a nation should be. We have to thank them a lot for that, because what we are today is a testament to their virtues. It's a testament to their idealisms, and more than anything, grit. I think they came through, and they overcame a lot of adversities, not to mention plagues and stuff. But nevertheless, I do think that they played a huge role in where we are at today as a civilization, and how we think and how we prosper going forward. But that'll be it. Have a great day. And as you can hear, that is my 3-year-old having some kind of conniption, probably because of something, and it's just calling my name. Well, anyways, thanks for the opportunity. I think the class was wonderful, and I love history, and I wish I could have probably done a little bit better job of preparing this video, but I hope my long-winded kind of put together comments here can kind of come through with a little bit of concise manner. Anyways, have a great day, and enjoy the rest of your year. Bye.